Well, hey there folks, welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here, it's time for another beer review. And you know what, it's another virgin beer review as well. So I'm going through some sort of crafty IPAs, stuff that I picked up at like bottle shops or online. Rather than going down the supermarket route, I've still got loads of beer to review in my beer box. It's just blowing my mind how much beer I've actually got. I'm going to do some more dark beers as well, and I've also got some stuff off my camera because I'm recording this off my phone that I need to put up in terms of sort of best bittery beers that I did a couple of weeks back. I just haven't uploaded yet. If you're brand new to this channel though, welcome along to the Hop House. We call that to be like hoppy beer with like house music. If you like either of those or both, then give us one of those. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel if it sounds like your cup of tea. Okay. Next up then, another beer that I picked up from Candy and Liquor in Birmingham. It is a bottle shop. Well, it's a 24-hour off license, but it has a craft beer corner. They have some great breweries in there, so yeah, you can pick up some Daya. They have a couple of Daya beers in there. I think they have the Steady Rolling Man and Into the Haze. They've got some Cloudwater, some Overtone. Excuse me. They also do a couple of local breweries. They had some Black Iris from Nottingham in there. They have Attic Brew Co from Birmingham. They have a lot of Pentridge as well. So I did Pentridge and Somar collab in the last one, which was stunning, by the way. What a lovely beer that is. Next up, this is a brand new brewery to me. I've only had one thing of theirs on draft, so I'm looking forward to this. This is a new brewery called Azvex. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. They're based in Liverpool. Now I'm hoping to check them out when I go to Liverpool. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'll show you, shall I? It's this. That's the beer that we're looking at today. It's called the Rio Scale, and it's an IPA. Coming in at 6.4%. Lovely, spacey can artwork on it. It says it's Simcoe, Chinook, Vic Secret and Sabro. Ooh, I like a bit of coconut on the Sabro. And you know me and Simcoe, every beer's got Simcoe in it. Last one probably did, even though it didn't taste like it. Let's get this out then into the glass. I'm using my Vocation stem glass for this. I've got a Vocation t-shirt on as well. It's not Vocation beer though. We're having a break from Vocation because after that Blooming Brewery showcase I did a lot of Vocation beers. Right, pour it to there. And then we'll check it out and have a bit of a jig around. So, beer in the glass then, it looks slightly lighter than custard. I'm not quite sure how it's going to come out on camera. There are some bubbles around the sides of the glass. This is comes straight out of my beer box, so I've not refrigerated it because it's that blooming cold at the minute. I don't need to, it's ace. So when I do darker beers and stouts, I need to leave them for about half an hour to warm up before I even touch them. But that, well, it's been indoors about 10 minutes or so after being out of my beer box. Right, let's give it a jig around. Let's do some lace division for those that love that lacing. If you're new, lacing, see how it's jigging around in the glass, see how that head's reacting, and it's sticking to the sides of the glass. That's called lacing, when it sticks to the sides of the glass, like so. See it jig around wonderfully. Now we're going to turn, so you can see, hopefully, that beer chasing the bubbles chasing the bottom of the head. It's that lovely magic trick that I call that I like in beer. Yeah, it looks the part. Looks really good. The bubbles have dissipated now. It does look quite custardy. Right, let's get some aroma then. So we're going to stick that into there. Let's give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a very different smell. It smells a little farty, and then some coconut comes in. That's honestly how it smells. That little bit of blue cheese element to it. You know when I say with Simcoe, sometimes you get blue cheese. Like a savoury sort of blue cheese. Then it goes a bit farty, which doesn't smell very good. There's a little bit of coconut on the back end. That's one of the weirdest aromas I've ever known in a beer. Not even gonna lie. Quite sure how I feel about that. When's the best before on this? I know that these guys do sometimes sell out of date beer, and they don't bloody reduce it either. Best before. Canned on the 13th of October this year, July next year. So that is well in date. That is well in date. That aroma is very... That's one of the weirdest aromas I've ever known on beer. Savoury, sort of blue cheesy, then it goes like a fart. You know when you fart? Should beer really smell like a fart? And then a little coconut on the back end from the Sabro. That's very, very, very bizarre, very odd. Should we try it? Bottoms up, down the hatch. Don't know what to expect from this at all. That's a head scratcher. That is a very, very, very complicated beer. I know azvex are quite new on the scene. I know that the guys that one of the guys that's involved in it was at Neon Raptor in Nottingham. That's a very complex beer. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of flavours trying to battle each other. It doesn't taste like farts. Not that I've ever tasted a fart. It does smell like one though. The aroma's a no-no for me. I really don't like the aroma on that at all. The taste is not like the aroma, thank God. It's very hoppy. It's very fruity. It's battling. There's a lot of things going on in my mouth. This is a very complex beer. Maybe too complex for me, actually. Sweetness down the sides of the tongue. On the middle, down the middle of the tongue, sorry, down the sides, you get little bits of grapefruit, passion fruit, a bit of mango in there. Then it goes into like a limey character. Maybe that's from the last beer I had because that was quite lime forward. There's a lot going on, and the sweetness is trying to battle with the bitterness. It's very, very complex. I don't know about this beer, you know. I don't think it's a bad beer. I think it's very well made. But it could well be too complex for my palate. I mean, I've only been doing this for 2 years. I really don't like that aroma. Coconut comes in at the back end. I like that because I really do like Sabro. Sabro's sort of, I think in the last 12 to 18 months, it's replaced Simcoe in every beer. And Sabro is in a lot of beers. If you look at my beers of the year, the Faith in Futures from Northern Monk, the second version, beautiful beer because of the Sabro, because of the way the coconut comes in. The Seven Brothers Sabro IPA I had was stunning because of the way the coconut come in. So I really do like Sabro, but it's battling in this. It's battling against a lot of things are trying to battle with each other. And I'll be honest, in my opinion, I think they've tried too hard. For me, there's too much going on there and I can't really pick anything out. So it's just like, now, maybe for more people that are more into craft beer than me, they're going to be like, oh wow, this is like a party in my mouth. But this is like a party where you invite 10 people and they invite 10 people and they invite 10, you know, when you were a kid, teenager, and your mum goes away and I'll invite some friends and they invite some friends and suddenly your house is mobbed. That's kind of what's happening in my mouth. It's being mobbed and I'm like, oh my God, I need to pay attention to that particular bit at this side of my mouth, but then it's coming over there and then down the middle of the tongue and I'm just like, wow, what's going on? So it's a little too much for me and I think maybe they've tried a little too hard. I'm going to end this review because I'm going to be under 10 minutes. I'll give it a sole thumb up, which means yes, I'll buy it again. Because I'd like to try it on draft and see if it's any different. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. It's a different one. azvex. See you next time.